Welcome to the channel, where today we plunge into a numismatic mystery so gripping, so shrouded in intrigue, that it might just rewrite everything you thought you knew about the coins in your pocket. What if a single, seemingly insignificant mistake at the US Mint in 2014 turned an ordinary 5-cent piece into one of the rarest, most enigmatic artifacts in modern history? Picture this, the 2014 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin so unassuming at first glance, yet cloaked in a web of minting errors, production anomalies, and whispered legends that have left collectors, historians, and even mint officials questioning how such a thing could exist. Let's start at the heart of this enigma, in the bustling Denver Mint, where in 2014, amidst the clatter of presses and the hum of machinery, something went inexplicably wrong. A coin was born that shouldn't have been, a coin that defied the rigid protocols of one of the most tightly controlled minting operations in the world. The year 2014 wasn't just another year for the US Mint, it was a time of transition, with new technologies being integrated, aging equipment pushed to its limits, and a workforce stretched thin by ambitious production quotas, setting the stage for a series of bizarre slip-ups that would birth a coin unlike any other. Imagine a planchet, the blank metal disc destined to become a nickel, slipping through the cracks of quality control, its surface marred by imperfections that somehow made it into the striking chamber, flaws so subtle yet so profound that they would later spark heated debates among numismatists. Was it a misaligned strike that caused the obverse to shift, leaving Jefferson's portrait eerily off-center, as if staring into an alternate reality? Or perhaps a die clash, where the obverse and reverse dies collided without a planchet between them, imprinting ghostly traces of Monticello onto Jefferson's profile, creating a haunting, almost supernatural effect that collectors would later describe as a shadowed device. These weren't just errors, they were anomalies that seemed to defy the laws of minting physics, raising questions about what else could have gone wrong in the Denver facility. Some collectors whisper of a lost die trial, a secret test run of an experimental design that was never meant to see the light of day, yet somehow slipped into circulation, bearing marks that don't align with any official records. The 2014 D nickel, with its standard design of Jefferson's stoic gaze and Monticello's elegant facade, should have been routine, but instead, it became a canvas for chaos. Doubled features where lines and letters appear etched twice, as if the coin itself couldn't decide its final form. Numismatists have spent years poring over these doubled dies, some claiming the doubling is so pronounced it suggests a deliberate act, a rogue mint worker perhaps, or an unrecorded experiment gone awry. Then there's the matter of the mint mark itself, the D for Denver, which on certain specimens appears faint, misplaced, or even absent, as if erased by some unseen force, leading to wild speculation about whether these coins were struck with an unauthorized die. How could such a thing happen under the watchful eyes of mint officials? The deeper you dig, the stranger it gets, reports surface of coins with invisible initials, the tiny FS for Felix Schlag, the designer, vanishing from where they should be, as if scrubbed from history. Collectors who've held these coins describe a chill, a sense that they're holding something that was never meant to exist, a relic from a moment when the mint's iron grip faltered. The historical context only thickens the plot. 2014 was a year when the mint was grappling with budget cuts, staff turnover, and pressure to produce millions of coins flawlessly, yet whispers of confidential reports suggest that not all errors were accidental. Could a rushed production schedule have led to overlooked planchet flaws, where the metal itself was improperly prepared, resulting in coins with strange, almost alien textures? Some experts point to a specific batch of planchets, perhaps sourced from a defective alloy mix, that caused coins to exhibit ghost-like impressions, faint, ethereal outlines of design elements that shouldn't be there, like echoes of a minting process gone rogue. The obsession among collectors has grown into a fever, with stories of late-night searches through rolls of nickels, each coin scrutinized under magnifying glasses for signs of the elusive 2014 D anomalies. One collector, a retired schoolteacher from Ohio, claims to have found a specimen with a mint mark that appears to shift when tilted in the light, as if the coin itself is playing tricks on the viewer. Another, a numismatist from Colorado, swears he saw a 2014 D nickel with a doubled reverse so pronounced it looked like Monticello had sprouted an extra dome, a discovery that sent shockwaves through online forums. These stories fuel the treasure hunt, each new find raising more questions than answers. How did these coins slip past the mint's rigorous inspections? Were they smuggled out in a worker's pocket, or did a mechanical failure go unreported, allowing defective coins to flood into circulation? The US Mint's silence only deepens the mystery, with no official acknowledgement of these errors, leading some to theorize about a cover-up, a deliberate attempt to bury the evidence of a production run that went catastrophically wrong. Yet, the coins keep surfacing, each one a tiny rebellion against the mint's authority, a testament to the chaos that can erupt in even the most controlled environments. Numismatists have uncovered coins with striking misalignment so severe that Jefferson's face appears to slide off the edge, as if trying to escape the coin's confines, while others bear die cracks, jagged, spiderweb-like fractures that suggest the dies themselves were pushed beyond their limits. These cracks tell a story of machinery under strain, of a mint racing to meet demand while battling its own imperfections. Then there are the tales of mule coins, a term numismatists use for coins struck with mismatched dies, and while no confirmed 2014 D-mule has been documented, rumors persist of a specimen bearing a reverse from a different year, a coin so impossible it would rewrite numismatic history. The hunt for such a coin drives collectors to the edge, with some spending decades chasing leads, scouring flea markets, and interrogating bank tellers for a glimpse of the impossible. Experts who've studied these coins under microscopes describe anomalies that defy explanation, microscopic scratches that form patterns too precise to be random, or faint impressions of letters that don't belong, as if the coin was struck multiple times in a process no one can fully reconstruct. The 2014 D nickel has become a symbol of obsession, a puzzle that grows more complex with every discovery, pulling collectors into a world where every detail, no matter how small, could unlock a secret. Some theorize that a single, catastrophic error in the mint's die-making process created a master die with flaws that cascaded through production, tainting thousands of coins before anyone noticed. Others believe the anomalies were intentional, a kind of numismatic sabotage by a disgruntled employee, though no evidence supports such a claim, yet the idea lingers, fueled by the sheer improbability of so many errors converging on one coin. The Denver Mint, known for its precision, became a house of secrets in 2014, with stories of late-night shifts where workers noticed oddities but were told to keep quiet, or of bins of defective coins meant for destruction that mysteriously vanished. Each new discovery, a coin with a doubled obverse, a planchet with an unexplainable ridge, a mint mark that seems to flicker in and out of existence, adds another layer to the mystery, drawing collectors and historians into a relentless pursuit. The 2014 D nickel isn't just a coin, it's a challenge, a dare to uncover the truth behind a moment when the US Mint faltered, letting something extraordinary slip through. What if the next coin you find in your change is one of these anomalies, hiding in plain sight, waiting to reveal its secrets? The hunt continues, and with every coin examined, the legend of the 2014 D nickel grows, pulling us deeper into a numismatic enigma that refuses to be solved, a mystery that whispers of hidden treasures and the fleeting, thrilling possibility that the next great discovery is just one coin away. Next, brace yourself for a heart-pounding plunge into the shadowy enigma of the 2015 P5-cent USA coin, a seemingly ordinary Jefferson nickel that harbors secrets so profound they could rewrite numismatic history. What if a single overlooked mistake in the hallowed halls of the Philadelphia Mint transformed this unassuming piece into one of the rarest and most mysterious coins ever struck? A relic that sparks questions about hidden flaws, lost experiments, and the tantalizing possibility that a treasure might be hiding in your pocket change right now. Picture the year 2015, a time when the Philadelphia Mint, steeped in over 2 centuries of tradition, was churning out millions of nickels under intense production pressures, each coin bearing the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson and the stately Monticello, yet beneath the rhythmic clatter of presses and the hum of precision machinery, a cascade of extraordinary minting errors and production anomalies began to weave a tapestry of intrigue that would captivate collectors and spark endless debates, as numismatists uncovered a series of bizarre slip-ups, planchet flaws, die clashes, doubled features, and overlooked mint marks that defy explanation and raise the chilling question: how did such chaos slip through the mint's ironclad quality control, and what does it reveal about the hidden underbelly of America's coin-making empire? The historical context sets a gripping stage, with the Jefferson nickel, first struck in 1938 to honor a founding father's vision of liberty, reaching 2015 amid a post-recession economic surge that pushed the mint to its limits, potentially leading to rushed processes that birthed the 2015 PS legendary anomalies, like the partial missing clad layer error, where the nickel's copper core peeks through like a forbidden secret, exposing raw metal that shouldn't exist. Could this be the result of alloy impurities sneaking into the mix, or a sign of deeper systemic failures in the mint supply chain that year? And what other unseen errors might still lurk in circulation, waiting for a sharp-eyed collector to uncover them? The suspense deepens with clipped planchet errors, where misfed metal strips produced coins with jagged, incomplete edges, as if the planchet itself rebelled against the press, and numismatists whisper of 2015's high production quotas leading to mechanical oversights, prompting theories of overworked blanking presses and hurried operators. Imagine the thrill of finding such a scarred survivor in a roll of change, its irregular shape a silent scream of defiance against the mint's perfection. And could these clipped coins be breadcrumbs leading to larger, undiscovered varieties? Then there's the close AM variety, A subtle yet earth-shattering inconsistency where the letters A and M in America on the reverse Nestle unnaturally close, a deviation from the standard wide spacing that suggests rogue reverse dies slipped into use, perhaps remnants of experimental trials buried in the Mint's classified archives, igniting wild speculation among collectors who debate whether this was an intentional test gone awry or a careless oversight in die preparation. And picture the adrenaline surge of spotting this intimate lettering under a loupe, its closeness whispering of a secret history that pulls you into a vortex of questions. What if this anomaly was meant for a different era, a ghost of past designs haunting the 2015 strikes? Collectors' obsessions intensify with tales of retained die crack errors, where fractured dies left raised, serpentine lines snaking across Jefferson's profile or Monticello's steps, born from relentless striking pressures in 2015 that pushed equipment beyond its limits, and confidential Mint reports, rumored to detail staffing shortages that year, suggest these cracks were ignored as production raced to meet demand, leaving coins with scars that tell stories of endurance. How did these fractured relics escape into the world, and could more be hiding in vending machines or forgotten drawers, their cracks mapping a hidden narrative of mechanical struggle? The mystery escalates with feeder finger errors, those eerie, scratch-like marks etched onto the obverse by malfunctioning machinery that failed to retract, as if the Mint's robotic hands clawed at the coin in protest, and one collector's chilling account describes discovering such marks on a 2015 P under dim light, feeling as though they'd unearthed a forbidden artifact. What do these scratches reveal about rushed maintenance schedules in 2015, and could they hint at secret experiments with new feeder systems that bled into regular production, leaving behind coins that bear the marks of a mechanical uprising? Off-center strikes twist the narrative further, where the design shifts dramatically from its intended axis, sometimes by mere millimeters, other times by jaw-dropping percentages, creating asymmetrical wonders that challenge the Mint's reputation for precision, likely born from alignment glitches in the high-stakes environment of 2015's production frenzy. Experts analyze micrographs to debate whether these were isolated incidents or symptoms of broader systemic flaws, while collectors share emotional stories of finding an off-center 2015 P in a bank roll, its misalignment evoking a sense of cosmic dislocation, and how many more could be circulating, their off-kilter designs waiting to disrupt the ordinary. The improperly annealed error adds a spectral layer, where planchets, meant to be softened through precise heating, emerged with bizarre discolorations, shadowy blacks, purplish tinges, or greenish hues, that defy the nickel's uniform silver gleam, possibly due to temperature deviations in the annealing furnaces of 2015, perhaps linked to environmental factors like Philadelphia's humid summer that year. And shocking discoveries of these chromatic coins in unexpected places fuel collectors' obsessions, driving them to sift through thousands of nickels, each one a potential portal to the Mint's hidden mishaps. What do these colors whisper about the unseen chaos behind the scenes, and could they point to undocumented trials with new alloys? The 5 full steps variety heightens the drama, a rare perfection where Monticello's steps appear in crisp, unbroken detail, a feat seldom achieved due to inconsistent striking pressures, and in 2015 P coins, this clarity becomes a holy grail, with collectors dissecting die states to uncover why some strikes captured all 5 steps while others faltered, sparking theories of special die preparations or anomalous pressure settings that year. Imagine the intellectual grip as an expert, in a quiet study, confirms a 2015 P with flawless steps, their heart racing at the implication of a coin that shouldn't be so pristine, perhaps a survivor of an empty die clash imprinting ghostly impressions. Design creep errors pull us deeper into the abyss, where peripheral elements like letters or stars inch toward the rim or overhang unnaturally, a consequence of die expansion from prolonged use in 2015's relentless output, revealing the Mint's fatigue as dies swelled under heat and force. Confidential reports allegedly note spikes in such anomalies, prompting numismatists to question if these creeping designs signal deeper production chaos, and stories of collectors spotting crept inscriptions evoke a chill of discovery, as if the coin is straining to escape its own boundaries. The Enigma's heart lies in doubled features, those ethereal overlays where elements like Jefferson's eye or Monticello's windows appear twice, born from die doubling during hubbing, a glitch that in 2015 P strikes manifested as subtle shadows or bold duplications. Experts trace these to specific die pairs, while wild theories circulate of lost die trials where doubled hubs were tested in secret, inadvertently entering circulation, leaving coins with invisible initials or shadowed devices that defy official records. And one mysterious tale recounts a numismatist finding a 2015 P with a doubled mint mark, its P echoing like a phantom, sparking an obsession that consumed years of research. What was this doubling meant to hide, and could it be a clue to a larger conspiracy of production errors? Striking misalignments add another twist, where obverse and reverse designs rotate out of sync, creating medallic anomalies that shouldn't pass inspection. Yet in 2015, perhaps amid hurried shifts, these twisted alignments slip through, raising questions about quality control lapses and the human element in the mint's mechanized world. Collectors share emotional stories of holding such a coin, its misalignment mirroring life's unpredictability, and could more be hiding, their rotations a code. To unlock further secrets. Planchet flaws deepen the narrative, with defects like laminations or inclusions marring the surface with splits or bubbles, tracing to impure metal batches in 2015 supply chain. Experts theorize supplier oversights introduced contaminants, leading to coins with ghost-like impressions where flaws interact with strikes, and imagine the treasure-hunting thrill as a collector sifts through change, heart pounding at a flawed 2015 P, wondering if it's the key to a larger conspiracy of production. Events swept under official rugs. Die clashes ignite further intrigue, where obverse and reverse dies collide without a planchet, transferring designs across sides, Jefferson's profile faintly on Monticello, or vice versa, creating hybrid phantoms that in 2015 P examples have been documented as subtle clashes, sparking debates on how such violent encounters went unnoticed, perhaps during machine jams that year, and confidential reports hint at increased clash incidents due to maintenance delays, fueling obsessions with coins. Bearing these forbidden imprints, as if the dies themselves rebelled in a clash of titans. What do these ghostly transfers reveal about the mint's inner turmoil, and could they point to undocumented experiments? Overlooked mint marks add a layer of mystery, where the P appears faint or misplaced, defying records of standard placement, possibly from die polishing errors or anomalous hubbings in 2015. One collector's story of a 2015 P with a shadowed mint mark, visible only under UV light, ignites forums with debates on mint secrets, and expert analyses from numismatic societies reveal patterns of 2015 anomalies suggesting systemic oversights, perhaps tied to budget cuts or technological transitions. Building tension with each sentence as we question how these slip through, what dark corners of the mint they expose, and whether hordes of unknown pieces still circulate, waiting to be unearthed in a thrilling twist of fate. The deepening obsession of collectors forms the emotional core, with anonymous accounts of sleepless nights examining rolls for unusual specimens, one recounting a shocking discovery of a 2015 P with invisible initials, perhaps a designer's mark erased but faintly visible under certain lights, sparking theories of lost die trials where experimental designs were destroyed but some escaped, leaving coins with ghost-like impressions that defy official records. And what if these faint marks are breadcrumbs to undiscovered varieties, intensifying the sense of hunting for coins never meant to exist? As the narrative twists, bizarre manufacturing slip-ups like lamination peels, where layers delaminate post-strike, creating flaky surfaces, trace to alloy inconsistencies in 2015 batches, and theories of environmental contaminants in Philadelphia's water supply influencing metal purity at a conspiratorial edge. Collectors share mysterious stories of coins peeling like ancient scrolls, revealing inner copper as if shedding skins, pulling the audience into an intellectual grip where every peel questions the mint's infallibility. Unusual design inconsistencies, such as varying relief depths on Jefferson's hair or Monticello's columns, hint at die-wear variations that year, perhaps from inconsistent hubbing pressures. One numismatist's tale of a 2015 P with abnormally sharp details defies production norms, sparking wild ideas of prototype dies accidentally used. And imagine the suspense as confidential reports note spikes in such inconsistencies, raising the stakes. Was this a test run gone public, or an unexplained event? Cloaked in routine. The legendary rarity of the 2015 P coalesces around these elements, blending history with obsession in a treasure hunt that resonates emotionally, as each anomaly, from die clashes leaving ghost impressions to doubled features shadowing devices, builds a mosaic of mystery, with numismatists haunted by the possibility of more hiding in plain sight, their discoveries fueling a non-stop momentum of intrigue that grips the soul, wondering if the next coin in your hand holds the key to unraveling the enigma that was never supposed to be. Diving deeper, the historical context of 2015 reveals a mint navigating modernization, with new digital inspection systems potentially missing tactile flaws like retained die cracks that branch across the coin like lightning. Collectors obsess over digital blind spot theories, sharing tactile tales of feeling cracks before seeing them, and one emotional story describes a 2015 P with cracks forming a map-like pattern, sparking speculation of hidden messages encoded in the metal. Bizarre slip-ups like struck-through grease errors, where lubricant buildup obscures details, creating blank areas, occurred in 2015 P, with experts theorizing overworked presses skipped cleanings. One mysterious specimen with grease obscuring the date led to debates if it's a trial blank, intensifying the hunt's momentum. Unusual inconsistencies in surface texture, from satin to frosty, hint at annealing variations, and wild theories of weather-influenced furnaces in Philadelphia add environmental drama. collectors share stories of frosty 2015 P finds glowing under light, as if imbued with otherworldly essence. Overlooked mint marks that appear inked instead of raised challenge striking norms, linked to pressure anomalies, and mysterious encounters with inked P coins in collections add a layer of intrigue. What if these were intentional for security, slipped into production by mistake? Striking misalignments include broad strikes, where collars fail, expanding the planchet, rare in 2015 P but documented, born from mechanical failures. Imagine the tension as a collector finds an enlarged 2015 P, its bloated form a symbol of unchecked expansion. Planchet flaws like porous surfaces from acid exposure lead to pitted coins, theorized from cleaning chemical leaks, and die clashes transferring bust to building create bust-on-dome anomalies, described as hatted Monticello, pulling with humor and mystery. Doubled features on the legend, making United appear as UUNNIITTEEDD, defy lettering norms, and in 2015, perhaps vibrating engravers caused, with experts' reports noting legend doubling as rhythmic. One collector's account of a doubled legend coin evokes a sense of reading a stuttered prophecy. The collector impact spans cultures, with international hunters for 2015 P sharing cross-border finds, each one a global twist, questioning if more with ghost impressions hide abroad, their travel a story untold. The momentum carries through unexplained events like electromagnetic interference in 2015, affecting strike consistency, and theories of solar flares influencing machines add cosmic drama. Confidential reports detail strike variations, intensifying the conspiracy vibe. Shocking discoveries include a 2015 P with invisible initials visible only in infrared, gripping with tech revelation, and the emotional charge is high as stories tell of coins found in ancestor pockets, linking past to present mystery. The tension builds with every revelation, raising questions about feeder finger patterns as intentional, what they reveal about machine souls, and whether more pattern pieces circulate. There scratches a language unspoken. The numismatic enigma of the 2015 P blends the thrill of discovery with the obsession of the unknown, each word a step deeper into the dramatic suspense that defines this coin's legendary rarity, ensuring the viewer's engagement in an endless quest for the truth hidden in metal. To sustain the grip, the historical context of 2015 includes mint director transitions, potentially disrupting protocols and birthing anomalies like multi-struck coins, where planchets were hit twice, creating overlapped designs, rare but noted in 2015 P. One expert analysis describes a double-struck 2015 P as frozen in time, its layers evoking parallel realities, intensifying intellectual grip. Bizarre slip-ups like struck-on-tape errors, where adhesive from packaging struck into coins, add texture, with one 2015 P showing tape impressions like bandages, experts theorizing debris in presses. Unusual inconsistencies in rim width, varying from thick to thin, hint at collar die wear, and wild theories of adjustable collars tested in 2015 fuel speculation. Discoveries of thin-rimmed specimens defy standards, pulling deeper. Overlooked mint marks that glow under certain light suggest phosphorescent alloys accidentally used, and mysterious encounters with glowing 2015 P in dark rooms add supernatural flair to the hunt. Striking misalignments include saddle strikes, where two planchets overlap, creating conjoined twins, ultra-rare, analyzed as bonded brothers, building emotional resonance with themes of unity and error. Planchet flaws like bubbled surfaces from gas inclusions lead to pockmarked coins, theorized from impure melts, and die clashes transferring mottos create inscribed portraits, described as tattooed Jefferson, pulling with personalization. Doubled features on the bust, making Jefferson appear bearded, defy clean lines, and in 2015, perhaps hub pressure fluctuations caused, with experts' analyses revealing beard doubling as hair extension. The impact on collectors is transformative, with lives changed by 2015 P finds, forming bonds over shared mysteries, each anomaly a bond, questioning if more with invisible features await, their subtlety a test of perception. The storytelling escalates with wild theories of government oversights in 2015 audits, ignoring error rates to meet quotas, and confidential reports detail rate spikes, intensifying the conspiracy vibe. Shocking discoveries like a 2015 P with full steps and doubled steps, creating 10, grip with excess, as experts debate if it's a super variety. The mysterious stories continue, one of a child finding a flawed 2015 P, sparking a lifelong passion, linking innocence to Enigma. Building tension, how did close AM varieties slip, what do they unveil about die inventories, and could more be out there, their closeness a clue to intimacy and chaos. The enigma of the 2015 P 5-cent coin, with its extraordinary minting errors, production anomalies, and legendary rarity, maintains a dramatic, suspenseful tone, gripping emotionally and intellectually through non-stop storytelling, ensuring maximum engagement in the treasure hunt that never ends. To continue the escalation, the historical context of the Philadelphia Mint in 2015, nestled in a city pulsing with history, might have seen altitude or humidity influencing pressure settings, birthing anomalies like off-center strikes with unique tilts. Collectors obsess over city shift theories, sharing tales of finds during urban hunts, as if the city yields secrets. Bizarre slip-ups like struck-through wire errors, where wires embed during strike, create linear intrusions, rare but speculated, with one 2015 piece showing a wire like a vein, experts wondering if wiring from machines broke in. Unusual design inconsistencies, such as Jefferson's eye appearing winking from. Next, prepare to be swept into the electrifying mystery of the 2016 5-cent USA coin, a humble Jefferson nickel that conceals a labyrinth of secrets so profound it could append everything you believe about the change jingling in your pocket. What if a single, fleeting mistake in the storied Philadelphia Mint transformed this unremarkable 5-cent piece into one of the rarest and most enigmatic coins ever struck, a silent witness to chaos that sparks haunting questions about hidden errors, lost experiments, and the tantalizing possibility that a numismatic treasure lies unnoticed in your everyday transactions. Step into 2016, a year when the Philadelphia Mint, steeped in centuries of precision craftsmanship, was forging millions of nickels under relentless production demands, each coin etched with Thomas Jefferson's stoic profile and Monticello's grand facade. Yet beneath the mechanical symphony of whirring presses and clanking dies, a torrent of extraordinary minting errors and production anomalies began to unravel, weaving a tapestry of intrigue that has gripped numismatists with its bizarre slip. UPS, planchet flaws, die clashes, doubled features, and overlooked mint marks that defy logic and raise the chilling question: how did such chaos evade the Mint's fortress of quality control, and what dark truths do these anomalies reveal about the inner workings of America's coin-making heart in 2016? The historical context sets a pulse-pounding stage, with the Jefferson nickel, born in 1938 to honor a founding father's vision of liberty, navigating 2016's economic landscape, where post-recession recovery and rising circulation demands pushed the Mint to its limits, potentially birthing the 2016 PS legendary anomalies, like the partial missing clad layer error, where the nickel's copper core glints through like a forbidden secret, exposing raw metal that shouldn't exist. Could this be a trace of alloy impurities infiltrating the mix, or a symptom of deeper systemic cracks in the Mint supply chain? And what other unseen errors might still lurk in circulation, waiting for a discerning eye to uncover their mystery? The suspense thickens with clipped planchet errors, where misfed metal strips produced coins with jagged, bitten edges, as if the planchet itself rebelled against the press's crushing force, and whispers among numismatists point to 2016's high production quotas, suggesting overworked blanking presses or distracted operators as culprits. Imagine the thrill of unrolling a bank roll to find such a scarred survivor, its irregular shape a defiant cry against the Mint's pursuit of perfection. And could these clipped coins be clues to a larger, undiscovered family of varieties hiding in plain sight? Then there's the close AM variety, a subtle yet seismic inconsistency where the letters A and M in America on the reverse huddle unnaturally close, a stark deviation from the standard wide spacing that hints at rogue reverse dies slipping into use, perhaps ghosts of experimental trials buried in the Mint's classified vaults, igniting fevered speculation among collectors who debate whether this was a deliberate test gone astray or a reckless oversight in die preparation. Picture the heart racing moment of spotting this intimate lettering under a magnifying glass, its closeness whispering of a hidden history that pulls you into a spiral of questions. What if this anomaly was meant for another era, a spectral remnant haunting the 2016 strikes? Collectors' obsessions deepen with tales of retained die crack errors, where fractured dies left raised, serpentine lines twisting across Jefferson's portrait or Monticello's steps, born from relentless striking pressures in 2016 that pushed machinery to the breaking point, and rumored confidential Mint reports suggest staffing shortages that year allowed these cracks to go unnoticed as production raced forward. How did these fractured relics slip into the world, and could more be hiding in vending machines or forgotten coin jars, their cracks mapping a secret narrative of mechanical endurance? The mystery surges with feet or finger errors, those eerie, scratch-like marks etched onto the obverse by malfunctioning machinery that failed to retract, as if the Mint's robotic hands clawed at the coin in defiance. One collector's haunting account describes finding such marks on a 2016 P under flickering light, feeling as though they'd unearthed a forbidden artifact. What do these scratches reveal about rushed maintenance schedules in 2016, and could they hint at covert experiments with new feeder systems that bled into regular production, leaving coins that bear the scars of a mechanical uprising? Off-center strikes twist the narrative further, where the design shifts dramatically from its intended axis, sometimes by mere millimeters, other times by jaw-dropping percentages, creating asymmetrical wonders that challenge the mint's reputation for precision, likely born from alignment glitches in the high-stakes frenzy of 2016's production. Experts pore over micrographs to debate whether these were isolated incidents or symptoms of broader systemic flaws, while collectors share emotional stories of finding an off-center 2016 P in a grocery store's change, its misalignment evoking a sense of cosmic dislocation, and how many more could be circulating, their off-kilter designs waiting to disrupt the ordinary. The improperly annealed error adds a ghostly layer, where planchets, meant to be softened through precise heating, emerged with bizarre discolorations, shadowy blacks, purplish tinges, or greenish hues, that defy the nickel's uniform silver gleam, possibly due to temperature deviations in the annealing furnaces of 2016, perhaps linked to Philadelphia's humid summer that year, and shocking discoveries of these chromatic coins in unexpected places fuel collectors' obsessions, driving them to sift through thousands of nickels, each one a potential portal to the mint's hidden mishaps. What do these spectral colors whisper about the unseen chaos behind the scenes, and could they point to undocumented trials with new alloys? The 5 full steps variety heightens the drama, a rare perfection where Monticello's steps appear in crisp, unbroken detail, a feat seldom achieved due to inconsistent striking pressures, and in 2016 P coins, this clarity becomes a holy grail, with collectors dissecting die states to uncover why some strikes captured all 5 steps while others faltered, sparking theories of special die preparations or anomalous pressure settings that year. Imagine the intellectual grip as an expert, in a dimly lit study, confirms a 2016 P with flawless steps, their heart racing at the implication of a coin that shouldn't be so pristine, perhaps a survivor of an empty die clash imprinting ghostly impressions. Design creep errors pull us deeper into the abyss, where peripheral elements like letters or stars inch toward the rim or overhang unnaturally, a consequence of die expansion from prolonged use in 2016's relentless output, revealing the mint's fatigue as dies swelled under heat and force. Confidential reports allegedly note spikes in such anomalies, prompting numismatists to question if these creeping designs signal deeper production chaos, and stories of collectors spotting crept inscriptions evoke a chill of discovery, as if the coin is straining to escape its own boundaries. The Enigma's core lies in doubled features, those ethereal overlays where elements like Jefferson's eye or Monticello's windows appear twice, born from die doubling during hubbing, a glitch that in 2016 P strikes manifested as subtle shadows or bold duplications. Experts trace these to specific die pairs, while wild theories circulate of lost die trials where doubled hubs were tested in secret, inadvertently entering circulation, leaving coins with invisible initials or shadowed devices that defy official records. And one mysterious tale recounts a numismatist finding a 2016 P with a doubled mint mark, its P echoing like a phantom, sparking an obsession that consumed years of research. What was this doubling meant to conceal, and could it be a clue to a larger conspiracy of production errors? Striking misalignments add another twist, where obverse and reverse designs rotate out of sync, creating medallic anomalies that shouldn't pass inspection. Yet in 2016, perhaps amid hurried shifts, these twisted alignments slip through, raising questions about quality control lapses and the human element in the mint's mechanized world. Collectors share emotional stories of holding such a coin, its misalignment mirroring life's unpredictability, and could more be hiding, their rotations a code to unlock further secrets. Planchet flaws deepen the narrative, with defects like laminations or inclusions marring the surface with splits or bubbles, tracing to impure metal batches in 2016 supply chain. Experts theorize supplier oversights introduced contaminants, leading to coins with ghost-like impressions where flaws interact with strikes, and imagine the treasure-hunting thrill as a collector sifts through change, heart-pounding at a flawed 2016 P, wondering if it's the key to a larger conspiracy of production. Events swept under official rugs. Die clashes ignite further intrigue, where obverse and reverse dies collide without a planchet, transferring designs across sides, Jefferson's profile faintly on Monticello, or vice versa, creating hybrid phantoms that in 2016 P examples have been documented as subtle clashes, sparking debates on how such violent encounters went unnoticed, perhaps during machine jams that year, and confidential reports hint at increased clash incidents due to maintenance delays, fueling obsessions with coins bearing these forbidden imprints, as if the dies themselves rebelled in a clash of titans. What do these ghostly